Welcome to Soccer As We Like It. The World Cup Qatar 2022. We are there. We have seen fireworks. We've seen shocks. We've seen snooze games whereby you just want to bloody fall asleep like watching painted giants, like damn squid. But we've seen some teams who have come out, knocked the big giants down, and still ended up being eliminated themselves. But they've left there saying, you know what? I was able to beat this team. It's on my resume. It's on my CV that I beat France. I beat Argentina, but I didn't qualify, but I beat them once upon a time. Right, joining me today, I've got the Houston American crew. Starting with me, I have Louis the Happy Man. Louis, welcome to the show, mate.
What's going on, Tim?
Welcome, welcome. I have Joe the Soul Man, Houston Red Army. Joe,
Yeah,
welcome to the show, mate.
let's go.
Right, we've
Back
seen some
stars.
shocks, we've seen some goals, we've seen it all. I mean, we saw some games, we predicted this. We've seen a team like Saudi Arabia beat Argentina. We thought, okay, they are going to go further. Then the lights just kind of went out. They go lose to Poland. Then they lose to Mexico. Mexico were on the brink of qualifying, but the game against Argentina turned that image around. They should have lost to Argentina, but this is football. So, Louis, what game has stood out to you most? Like,
Man, it's been a fun one so far, hasn't it? I think that of course, I mean that Saudi Arabia Argentina game was, I mean, it was shocking, right? It was it's a shocking moment, especially for a team like Argentina. But honestly, Argentina, they have a history of these kinds of things, these kind of blunders, right?
mm,
So there, I mean, that was an interesting one. I think probably for me, the most exciting, the one that got me off my feet the quickest was Germany Japan, man.
oh, that
That
was a
was a
game, man.
fun one. That
That
was
was a
fun,
game.
man. And I was
But like you said, then I went to go lose the next game.
and then they go in, yeah, they go in and go mess it all up, man. But like I like Japan, honestly.
Yes,
Like
they
it's
come with fire.
they like yeah, they're developmentally wise, they're trying to do a lot of things within the country that are really cool. I follow if anybody follows Tom Byer, he's a American who spent a lot of time in Japan. His sons were born in Japan, and he wrote a book called Soccer Starts at Home. It's about like youth development and starting kids very very early. But besides the point, they've done a lot. They've done a lot of growing as just a footballing country and a footballing organization. And one thing that they do is they don't give up. They
No,
don't give up,
they
man.
don't.
They are grit
Mentality.
until the end. They're a gritty team. So they might not play the prettiest football. They're still trying to figure out their style and that. But man, those late stunners, that was fantastic to watch.
So how did they go lose to Costa Rica the following day, the following game? After Costa Rica were hammered by Spain 7-0. You see the beauty
Again,
of the game, the beauty of this game?
again, I mean, Costa Rica's another country like that. You know what I mean? It's like they've developed over a long period of time. Their best players play, out of Costa Rica. They play, a lot of them play in the MLS. A lot of, there's a few, Navas plays in Europe. I think there's like maybe like one or two more, but um, in tournaments they have those kind of moments. Costa Rica, like they're always a team that you could say, oh, they'll go far in the Gold Cup. They never really do. You know what I mean? They blunder. Now this was a massive blunder. You know what I mean? This is a
Seven
massive.
nil.
Yeah, it's a 7-0. Frankly, it's embarrassing if you're, for any footballing
But they
organization.
came back to beat Japan,
But
who
they
could
come
just
back,
beat Germany.
and that's the kind
Yeah,
of
but
and that's the kind of story you want, though, right? Is, they turn it around. They maybe the pressure's off a little bit. They get back to the drawing board and they solve it. But again, Japan and Spain are very massively different on the spectrum as well.
Yeah. Right, Joe.
hold on.
What you been thinking about this World Cup? What's your take so far?
I'm besides the whole, it was paid for and all the
It's
thousands of people
massive
that
controversy.
died and all that.
Controversy
Okay.
cannot be ignored.
Besides all the baggage, everything on the pitch has been spot on. Well, I think coming out of this World Cup, there's going to be a higher concentration on VAR and apparently stoppage time because
Yeah,
these
okay, so 9,
referees
8 minutes.
going crazy.
It's an interesting thought with that one, isn't it? And I kind of like, once I heard how it was explained, why it was so long, I was like, okay. I was like, that makes sense. And
So explain to the
Listen,
viewers
if
who don't know
so
why it's that way.
so
yeah, go ahead.
basically the director of referees, the Italian ref, oh God, the famous one, what's his name? The bald
Oh,
one, the
oh
guys.
God, I know
It
him.
always escapes me.
He looks like an alien.
Yeah, he's in. I mean, he is in charge of basically referees for this tournament, and I mean, he put it out. He was like, "Look, he's like, essentially, we're taking back the actual gameplay from those that would try to waste time, those that try to." He's like those that try to to sell and fake injuries, those who use gamesmanship, and clock management as a way to like to interfere with the actual game. He's like, we're taking it back from them. He's like, we are going to be what do you call it, just very strict on the actual amount of time that soccer is not being played while the clock is rolling, and adding that time back. And honestly, for the most part, I mean, I think it's been, number one, I think it's been added fairly throughout, and inconsistently. And that's something that, with like when VAR came out, it's still inconsistent. Right. And it's still one of those rules that like, it just pisses people off because it's like from ref to ref, from interpretation to interpretation, it changes. And this one is actually something that's kind of sticking. They've been really good about managing the clock and adding it. And of course, there's always those games where, maybe the superstars are behind and they get a few extra minutes that they wouldn't normally get, or maybe they're ahead and it's only 1 minute or 2 minutes. And there's always, I'm not saying that that's rampant. I'm just saying that that's always a thought, right? That's all, it always seems that way, but not this tournament, man. This tournament, they've been adding back, a lot of minutes.
USA Iran was 99 minutes.
Yeah. It was a long one, man. And it just, I think that once the players recognize that, look, it's still 9 minutes to go at 90, you see the switch stays on. You know what I mean? They might even turn it up a notch. They're like, okay, we're going another 9-10 minutes. Like, right. The quality has to stay high. The mentality has to stay high. And I mean, I think it's been great. I think it's been great for the tournament, honestly. Very happy.
Joe, your take on this extra minutes and times that have been added on? USA Iran 99 minutes. I mean, good game. That was a good game.
I think it's a bit much because not every game deserves. Maybe I'm just shell shocked. I'm just just taken aback because I've never experienced this before. And if they have to take that long with stoppage time, that means they're not doing a good enough job refereeing the game. Somebody's injured, get the stretchers over here, get them out of here, get them off the pitch. We keep rolling. But because they allow people to just stay on the pitch and allow things to just continue on, that's why they feel like they need to do that at the end. Well, when somebody goes down,
that's the point of the extended time, though.
That's why it's extended for all that.
I mean, a ref can't go over there, yank you up by your shirt and say, hey, man, get the fuck on your feet. Like, we need to go. You know what I'm saying?
Like you saw the Pulisic injury. That took about 2-3 minutes.
And I think that was the point of the statement, which was, he's like, look, players don't get away with that because we are monitoring very closely how long the game is stopped, how long they're rolling around, how long, if players are kicking the ball when it's a free kick, they're kicking it away so the other team has to go and get it, and those kinds of things. Like all that gamesmanship, they're monitoring it as closely as they possibly can and saying, all right, you wasted, we're playing it. And I think, because I think I had the same initial reaction. I was like, when I saw that, it was like the very first game, halftime, it was like 8 minutes, the first half. And I was like,
Ecuador and Qatar.
I was like, what is going on? And then like, I think it was either after that game or maybe it was after the second or the second day where like I saw it came up on my feed and I was like, oh man, that makes so much sense. It makes so much sense. And honestly, I think it's a responsible way of doing it as well. I really, really like it.
You might be right, man. You might be right.
So far, we have the holders. So far, we have the holders. France qualified, Brazil qualified, Portugal qualified, England qualified, USA qualified, Australia qualified. That was a shock. Argentina qualified. So we have. Are we missing anyone that should have been there? I mean, Denmark, I thought, was absolutely disappointing. In my opinion, I thought they were very disappointing. Absolutely disappointing. USA Iran was a very tough game. I mean, Iran. I thought Iran kind of wanted to ease the game, but America took the game to them.
Yeah, very much so.
And it wasn't until the last 20 minutes Iran realized, like, okay, we need to try and get the goal. And the closest was that diving header at the end that went into his pass.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
it was a
right,
good game.
right.
It was a good game. It was a
It
good.
was a
I
very,
enjoyed
very
it.
fun game, very good game. I'll say, just looking at the table right now, I'm really obviously Denmark is
Netherlands
like
are qualified as well. Sorry.
Yeah, Denmark, obviously that's like a shocker, but I was actually I had higher hopes for Tunisia.
They're not out yet technically. They
Are they
need
not?
to. No, they're not out.
I thought
They
they
play. They're
They're
in
in
the
the
same
group
group with
with
Nah, they're
France.
good. They're done. They're done because
They're in France's
because
group with
because
Australia.
Denmark
Okay,
lost
yeah,
today,
yes.
it
They
didn't
beat-
matter
they beat
whether they
France.
lost or beat. Yeah, they beat
Right.
France.
Yeah,
And that's another disallowed goal in the 99th minute.
Yeah. And,
Yeah.
I mean, look, and obviously France, like they're like Mbappe, Griezmann, Lordi,
They already qualified.
They were all on the bench.
Yeah.
They already had basically more or less secured the top spot. And I get that as well. So I mean, good on Tunis for turning that around and finding that win. I really thought they could have played.
So they could say we beat
I thought they could
the
have
world
played
champions,
better.
right? We beat the world champions, but we're out. So at least
Yeah, I
with
mean,
the resume.
No,
it
they
said,
can't say that.
Why
They can't say that.
Why?
They can't say
They
that, bro.
beat the
Oh,
reigning
they
world
beat
champions.
France?
No, listen. I want you to understand something right now. If
Okay, let me
they
hear
fuck
it.
around and start making commemorative coins off of this shit, man.
Did
Yeah,
they beat?
it's
What was
gonna
the
be-
score?
it's gonna be the lamest
Joe, remind
shit.
me what was the score, please?
The score was 1-0
To
And
who?
there you go.
to France.
Who was 1-0 to France, right? To
Yo,
who?
it's 1-0 to France, right? Yo, like
I mean, the
everybody that was
TV
on
I
the
was
pitch-
watching was 1-0 to Tunisia, mate.
Everybody that was on the pitch was so desperate for minutes. They had Kamavinga playing left back. Like for real, bro.
Hey
You
man,
know,
that's not Tunisia's fault
That's
that
not
they beat
Tunisia's
that
fault.
lineup.
You beat who they
That's
put in
true.
front of you.
That's true.
Who
That's
are those?
true,
Who
but-
are those people playing? Who are they representing? France, current world champions. We beat the
Okay.
holders.
Yeah,
But we're going home.
It's a big flex. It's a big
I-
flex. And I'll say this. I'll
feel
say
like
this, man.
it's
Iran, man, or no, not Iran. Saudi
Saudi
Arabia.
Arabia.
They're all getting Rolls Royces, bro, and they didn't even beat the champions.
that actually
And
was
it's a holiday.
confirmed by one of their players. They're not getting those Rolls Royces.
But they did declare it a national holiday.
They declared it a national holiday.
Come on,
All
bro,
right.
that's a big flex.
It's Saudi Arabia. They can get they need no holidays because it's rough out there.
They
all right?
beat Argentina. That will still be on the
Sucks that they're
resume.
not getting their Rolls Royces because
Okay,
they
so-
didn't
to say-
deserve it.
In
Give them their
their
cars.
history, in 30
Well,
years,
you're
this
abso-
team in a picture beats Messi, one of the GOATs
Tim,
of all time, Argentina.
Tim,
we're
you
done.
are absolutely right with the Saudi Arabia and Argentina game, but the Tunisia and French game, I'm sorry, I can't give Tunisia the same flowers. They get maybe like a nice orchid, but they don't get a bouquet.
Something
They
cheap,
like
get a local
orchid.
person.
So okay, so you're gonna give
Maybe
Japan, you're gonna give
Bromeliad.
Japan
The
props because
Bromeliad.
Japan played a fully fit, loaded German team. So that's different, right?
I'll definitely yes, because at that point the games were still highly competitive.
Right. I see your point. But
Argentina,
no one's gonna
went-
ask, did they play the second string team? It's like, who did they play? France. They don't care if it was the under 12s who turned up. It's France.
Yeah.
No. To be honest, not to take any flowers away from them, even that second France team is still a badass.
It's
That
still a good
second
team.
France
It's still a
team
good team.
in some groups
Yeah,
is getting past the group stage.
Wow.
for sure. For sure.
What did you
That
think of the
team, yeah.
Mexico game today?
They're
Mexico,
surely better than Wales.
Wales
I mean,
were an absolute
honestly,
disappointment.
when
Wales were
I will say-
rubbish.
I will say this-
Absolutely rubbish.
I will say
Right.
this about the Mexico game. Number one, they haven't had a good tournament at all.
No. Not at all.
I will when that goal from Saudi Arabia went in. I mean, Allahu Akbar, man! I was so happy.
Really?
Oh, dude, I hate Mexico so much.
Really?
It was
Damn.
justice. It
It's a
was
bit harsh, isn't it?
justice for every. It was justice for every Gold Cup that they stole from the Panamanians, from the Jamaicans, from the Costa Ricans. Every time they've stolen, and yes, they've stolen Gold Cups, they deserve Every bit of that.
So
That was
even if they had not
icing on the cake.
conceded, even if they hadn't conceded against Saudi Arabia, they wouldn't have gone through because they were the
They were
same.
still out.
They were still
They
out
were
because
still out.
they got more yellow cards than Poland.
Mhm.
It's sad whereby they decide on yellow cards. It happened
Wait,
to
what?
Senegal in the last World
Wait,
Cup.
what?
So the
Oh.
tiebreaker is goal differential, right? If the goal
Yeah.
differential is the same, then it goes to the head-to-head.
goes
But if
to-
the head-to-head was a
Is the
tie, then it
same?
goes to fair play.
Yeah,
And
fair
fair
play.
play is decided on who has the
Has
most,
the yellow cards.
So
Okay,
Last World Cup, Japan and Senegal tied on everything, head-to-head,
Mhm.
goal difference, everything, same points. Japan had less yellow cards than Senegal. Next round, have a nice day. Congratulations,
Oh,
Senegal.
wow, that's
See you
crazy.
next time.
Yeah.
So this time Senegal said, we're not going down that way. We're gonna go get 6 points and we call it a day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well
it's
done to
harsh. It's very
Senegal.
harsh.
Very
It's
well
harsh.
done to Senegal, man.
Huh?
Well done to Senegal.
So you think they could beat England on Saturday?
No, absolutely not. But
No,
well
that
done to
money, dude.
Senegal, though. Well
I mean,
done
they're
to
a good
Senegal.
team, dude. They're a good team.
They're a good
I
team.
mean, honestly, I thought they had a pretty decent game against the Netherlands, even though they lost.
Yeah.
You know what they got to do
What's that?
to England? They can beat England.
But will they know
got-
how to? They can. England are beatable easily.
England's very beatable. They just got to press. They got to be aggressive, man. They got to be some fucking dogs. If Gareth Southgate decides to put out his supermodels, right? Puts out Harry Kane and what's his name from Chelsea? He was playing left winger. Mason Mount, Raheem Sterling. And these are guys Saka. These are guys defensively. If the referee is not on your side, they will get ripped to shreds, right? I'm not saying that England still can't overcome. I just don't think, I feel like no matter what Senegal brings to the table,
England have enough.
No matter what they bring, England is capable of winning that game.
I see that too. I can't see an upset. I can't see an upset.
The only way I see the upset is the weakest link of that team. You know who the weakest link on that team is now?
Harry Maguire.
But he was the man of the match against USA.
No, not even. Harry Maguire's not the weakest link of that team.
He will always be the weakest link to me. Sorry.
The weakest link of that team is Gareth Southgate, bro.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I mean that's probably fair.
That is the only every time that I've seen England play, like most of the time when I see England play bad, it's because of bad tactics. Not necessarily because players are playing shit.
Fair.
You know?
I feel Senegal are not
you gotta
disciplined enough to win that game. I think they'll concede free kicks at the wrong places, which were you saw Rashford scored a beautiful goal. Talk about Man United players doing well.
Yeah, dude. What the
Casemiro.
hell? How long has it been since he scored a free kick for us?
I know, right?
It's been
that Chelsea game. That Chelsea game last season.
A year.
No, that was 2 seasons ago, bro.
That was 2 seasons ago, right?
Yeah.
That was before he got injured.
And United on their Twitter shared that goal after he scored the England goal, like as like a small highlight reel. They showed that goal. I was like, bro,
hey man, they just try to reach for any kind of positive news, man.
Dude, they really are. They really are.
Anything to avoid.
It was a good goal. It was a good goal. But should we say it was against Wales, who didn't seem to know where they were going to coming from?
Dude,
a better team would have.
No.
Wales were poor, though.
They had a horrible tournament.
Wales were absolutely. They got
Not
1
much better,
point.
but a little bit.
1 point.
They actually Wales looking like they were the worst team in the tournament.
I think so, mate.
Hold on. Who's the worst team? Let me tell you.
It's between them and Qatar.
Yeah, I think.
I
mean, considering where Wales are in the football world, should have been. I mean, come on. So I'm going to say Qatar, Wales, and Denmark.
That's fair.
Yo, Qatar. Yo, bro, these guys are not even Qataris, man. What are you talking about?
Canada's actually having a really bad World Cup too.
These guys are from Gabon. These guys are from
Canada.
Tahiti, Canada,
and Canada as well. I think Canada are going on the brink of losing again tomorrow when they play. They play.
The thing about Canada is they need
play.
Let's see,
Morocco. Yeah, Canada play Morocco. I think Morocco is going to smash them. I think because Belgium play Croatia.
Gonna smash them.
Canada already. Canada are rubbish, mate. They're rubbish.
No. But I think Canada is a team
They
that
are, but
has
they're
not
not playing
figured.
well
They
right
have
now.
not.
They've lost
figured out
two
the
already. You know
final
they've
third.
lost 2 games.
Yeah, but I think it's just the final third, man. Everything else is good, man. They just need to
Okay.
figure out that
What
just need
wins
to clean
games?
that up.
Final third or the ball in the net. Thank you. In final third, just like Man United, we get to the final third, the ball breaks down. We ain't winning. The ball has got to be in the net to win. Canada have
Yes.
absolutely been shambles. No, they've lost all the games. They're meeting Morocco. Belgium plays Croatia. I think Belgium are going home. I can't see them beating Croatia.
Actually, yeah, that's probably true. Belgium is not having a good
They themselves have almost conceded that they're going home because
this was a team that came third in the last World Cup. They came third. Do you know what they're
Yeah, but
ranked
that's-
number 2 in the world? Number 2.
they
Where
even
did
said
they-
it. Hazard said we're too old.
Where did
Hazard said it himself. He said we're too old.
Where did Belgium exit the Euros in 20? When was that? 2020.
Last summer. I don't remember. I think they got to the quarterfinals. I can't remember. But I know they got to go.
They
To be honest, let's not use Belgium's like situation to overshadow what's obvious and what needs to be out there. It's unfortunate, but I bet you $100 right now, if Kevin De Bruyne was a Manchester United player, oh, you better believe the media would have gone crazy
Yeah,
how
true.
bad.
Right.
If Bruno was performing like Kevin De Bruyne right now,
Oh,
the
God.
media would be
They'd
going
talking
crazy right now.
mad shit.
You know, but because he's coming from, that city, they're winning titles, whatever, they're looking good,
Uh-huh.
at least on the club level. But like because of that, he gets a pass in the World Cup. Nah, bro, that's a better team.
He's been poor though.
No.
De Bruyne has been poor.
He's been poor. He's been very
He's
poor.
not. Yeah, he's not had a good World Cup at all.
No, he
but
hasn't.
he's
No.
actually-
I think this is probably his last. Actually, I think it's his last.
No, he's gotta have a
No
few.
way.
more.
How old is he? Is he 30 yet?
I don't even think he's 30 yet. He's gotta be like.
Okay.
You seem like one of them 28
Has
years.
Lukaku been doing well?
Lukaku hasn't even. Well, he played
He
for 5
came on as
minutes.
a sub in the first
Yeah,
game.
I don't think he's.
He's the
don't-
leading Belgium history
Kevin
goal
De
scorer.
Bruyne is 31, by the way.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Come
so
on,
he's up
yeah,
there.
he
I mean,
can-
I knew he was like, so he was around that age. But
He's a midfielder though.
he's still
Like,
got-
how
he's
long
still got
did-
another
How
World
long
Cup,
did
right?
Pirlo
Yeah.
play for Italy? Like,
Yeah,
he's a
he'll be-
midfielder.
Yeah,
You
he's still got one more World Cup in him. I think
looking
he'll
for
be
a
USA. I think he'll be USA next one.
Look at fucking Ericsson. Ericsson got a damn stroke in the middle of the pitch. He's
It was a
back
heart
in there.
attack, wasn't it?
Oh, dag.
Heart attack, stroke. It didn't look good.
Those are two very different things.
It didn't look
Courtois is
good.
30. He'll play again.
I think Ericsson. I think
De Bruyne might be done.
De Bruyne will be in the next World Cup.
Witzel.
But
Yeah.
but I don't think. Do you think Lukaku's going to be in the next World Cup?
Yes.
Lukaku, where is he?
Lukaku's still young, I
Yes.
think.
29,
20.
probably. It depends.
still
I mean,
will.
it depends. Like, where
He's
are
the Belgium leading top scorer for Belgium history.
Right,
This
yeah.
one because
I mean, what happened? Where's the young forwards coming out of Belgium? That's the question, right? So
That team's aged.
like, yeah, I mean, he's 29, De Bruyne is 31, Courtois is 30, Hazard's 31. Like, it's they're up there. Wetzel's
Courtois had a
32.
stinker, man. Oh my
it's
god,
all,
but
it's
he
all
made
gone wrong,
that
mate.
Champions
It's
League
all gone wrong for him.
final.
I don't know
Oh
why.
my god, he had a stinker. Oof.
Yeah, man. It's.
I just want you guys. I know you guys have been thinking. You guys have been wondering. What the hell is that video behind Joe?
I was thinking that. I was.
Bro,
I was
You
gonna.
know who that
comment.
guy is? You know who this fellow is?
I
Right
can't
there?
No.
tell who either of those people are.
Who is it?
Yeah, you're in
This guy. That's Bruno looking at Cristiano after he got off the call with the Portuguese FA, trying to steal his motherfucking. Yo, Bruno's like, bro, you're moving different, man. You don't have teammates anymore, bro. It's like once we're done with this competition, we are done. We are finished.
They're
There's never two
I mean,
badges. There's only one badge
they're
now.
always going to
You
be
need to tilt your
Portuguese
mic
players.
back towards you a bit there, my man.
Say what?
I think you need to tilt your mic back towards you again there. I think you pushed it when you leaned. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Oh, there now I messed him up. Now we've completely lost Joe.
Oh, Louis, what have you done?
Hey, well, it was all fuzzy and couldn't hear what he was saying.
Now
properly.
we've lost it completely, mate.
See, this is he wants to be all fancy with his fancy microphone. You know what I mean? Look like he's better than us. Now, now we can't even hear him.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So I
And
mean,
now it's clear now as well.
I hate sounding like shit on these videos.
Yeah,
I hate
so
looking like shit and I hate sounding like shit.
now
I'm
you know,
you
sorry.
what do
look
you
fabulous,
use?
and
You
now
use
you're crystal clear, my man.
I'm crystal clear, so I
You
got
sound
I
crystal
got
clear.
a situation.
So Australia shocked me.
Yeah, yeah,
Australia shocked me.
and that was another moment where I felt like Tunisia, like that should not be a game where they're struggling.
They should not have lost to Australia. Tunisia
No,
should not have lost to Australia.
You really shouldn't, especially because I do think that they play well. I think that they're another one that's trying to develop, but at the same time, like they try to move the ball, they try to move it quickly.
Because
still-
I look at countries and look at what's the main sport. Tunisia's main sport is football. The main sport in Australia is cricket, then rugby, then football. See what I mean? They have Tunisia. That's only thing they do. Football.
Yeah.
And you play against
it's
a team.
considerably smaller. You know, Australia obviously have, you know, a certain amount of resources and these kinds of things. Like, it's
Probably
a large
so.
country.
Probably
It's a
so.
huge-
Resources like funding for
Yeah,
development.
probably fun.
That
What
kind-
is,
yeah,
what's
that
their
and
academy?
I mean,
what's
and
their,
honestly,
yeah, what's
like
the
just-
developmental stages looking like? What's the academies looking like?
Yeah.
That's
You
true.
know, and I'm sure Australia's got more money to put in there. You know,
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree. I agree. And the result is the difference is clear. You can see Australia is now going to they're playing against Argentina. So
Yeah.
Argentina already in the quarterfinals. I can't see them. Can you see them
Yeah.
upsetting Argentina?
they should
Joe?
just have Argentina just skip that game, bro. Like, what are we doing?
Hey man,
Like,
you
just
never
skip
know.
the
It could
game.
end up like Saudi Arabia. And that's the beauty of tournament football, isn't it?
Who do France play? I forgot who France play.
They will play.
I think it's another team that's like, oh god, they're
Yeah,
out.
hold on, I got it here. Let me see. Round of 16. They'll play. Oh, they'll play Poland.
Oh,
Poland won. There's nothing special about
Next.
Poland. Hey,
next,
that
Lewandowski is lucky. Lewandowski is lucky. he's
you
in
were
the next
saying
round.
that. You said that.
He's been a ghost, man. Lewandowski has been a
Has he
ghost.
Hey,
scored?
he got his first World Cup goal. Give him a break.
Okay.
Yeah, he did. He got his first
He
World
did.
Cup, even though before he
So
missed the penalty
USA
kick.
USA play Holland. England play Senegal. France play what did you say?
Poland.
Poland. And
That's it for now.
that's for
That's it
now.
for
And we
now.
have and we also have Argentina playing
Yeah,
Australia.
Yeah,
Oh,
E,
God.
F, G, and H still have to play their last games. So,
Senegal play England. England play Senegal.
yes.
That's gonna be
That's
a
gonna
game.
be hard, bro.
It's
That's
gonna be a
gonna
hard
be
game,
hard.
dude. It's gonna be
Look,
you know,
No,
I
no.
expect Senegal to kind of come out. Hopefully
It should
I
be
would
an
like
easy
to see them
game.
come out the way
Could
they
anyone see that game going to extra time?
Which one?
England and Senegal.
Possibly.
Bro, it really
Possibly.
shouldn't. It shouldn't.
It shouldn't, but again,
It's Senegal without Mane. Like, no,
I
it
know,
shouldn't,
right?
bro.
They are
It
really
still a
shouldn't.
good
losing money.
team though. They're still a good team without Mane.
It doesn't
know.
matter, man. This is England, bro. England took
They
two
said that
teams
about
to
the
World
US
Cup.
though. They said
Yo.
you know what I'm saying? Like
Hey.
there's a bunch of European pundits that gave USA
Lou?
no chance.
Hey, Lou.
Yeah.
Hey, Lou. US ain't seen shit yet, bro.
What's that?
The US?
Yeah.
The US haven't played anybody yet, man.
They played England.
They played England.
They played England, bro.
You-
They played
they
England.
played
That's what
some
I'm getting
perpetual
at.
bottlers.
What's that?
Perpetual bottlers. England.
Yeah, England were
Yes.
poor. England were absolutely poor. They were
Yeah, no,
rubbish.
Yeah, but
So,
again,
like,
they
okay,
couldn't
so-
hang.
There are just certain teams that, yes, they got a good result, but that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't, like, I'm
So,
not ready to.
are you saying they're
like,
going to be
Saudi
out on
Arabia is one of
Saturday?
those teams.
Are they
Say
going to
again?
be out on Saturday against Netherlands? Louis van Gaal?
Bro, they are, man. I mean, like, if Louis van Gaal loses that game,
Sorry, mate.
bro, I would feel the same way if England lost the game in Senegal. Like, bro, what are you doing?
If USA beats Netherlands, oh my God, I don't know what to think.
If
It's going to be
USA
like
beats the Netherlands,
Louis van Gaal. I mean,
be a
USA
believer.
going to be. The USA going to have
You trying
intensity.
to put a beer on it, homie?
Yo,
I'll put a beer
yeah,
on that game.
bro, I'll put a case on it, bro.
I'll put a case on that game.
What? Are you serious?
Let's do it.
So,
Fuck
so
it.
Louis, you're
Hey, I
saying what? Louis, what are
believe.
you saying? What are you
Ted
saying? Louis?
Lasso told me to believe, so damn it, I'm
I-
gonna believe.
I will sing that damn song with you.
I think that game's go to penalties. I think they're both.
It
I
could.
think.
It really
think that-
could.
I think that game's go to penalties. The
It
reason
really
why
could. It could go the
is-
distance. It could go the distance, man.
you go to distance. I think USA will have the intensity, and Netherlands are just going to be that team, just going to frustrate you and just one attack all game and get the goal and kill it off. That's who they are. I could see it. I could see it going far, but I could see Holland, Netherlands getting a result. I could see result. I could see Netherlands getting a result.
1-0.
I can't see USA getting a result. I can see them fighting. No, it's not going to be like a 3-0. No, it's going to be like a 2-1, 1-0, or going to
It's gonna
extra
be
time.
close. It's gonna be close.
Because
It's gonna be
Netherlands,
close,
apart from
100%. And
Gakpo,
all their games are close like that. You know, like they've won by two. They've won by a margin.
2-1,
and they
2-0.
tie it.
Yeah, Holland. This Dutch team ain't the previous Dutch team we used to. They don't play.
And that's the thing, man. It's like it's a very kind of conservative. You
Yeah,
know,
Louis van Gaal. What you
compact team
expect?
versus a very fast high line. You know, very
Van Gaal.
USA team,
right on the
vibrant.
jump. You
And
know,
USA's midfield, they're tireless. They work hard. They're
You
free.
think that's gonna happen against Netherlands?
yeah,
You
they're
think
gonna.
the United States are gonna dominate
I
the
think
midfield?
the only thing that
I don't think you said
Netherlands
dominate
have,
the midfield, but I mean, it's like three little Freds in there. You know, they just don't stop. Like their
Yeah.
passes might be off sometimes, but shit, they go in there and they win balls.
yeah,
So,
I
it's
think
important.
the only thing
Hey, are you
that's
saying that
gonna,
we're a better team with two more Freds in the midfield?
What's that?
well,
Are you saying that we're
they
a better
run
team if we
non-stop.
had
They
two
don't
more
keep
They're
up
Freds
with
in
the
the
fight.
midfield?
I'm obviously not directly comparing them to Fred. I'm just saying that they have that quality, which is their.
I'm just using the words that came out of your mouth.
Get out of here.
So I would say this. I would say Netherlands have a technically experienced team to do the job, but they're
Very
going to
good.
be so slow in doing it. But USA will attack and attack and attack. But I think experience, Dutch are just like, you know what? You just take this 1-0 and call it a day, and we move on. It's going to be a close game, but I think it's 1-0. I think it's 1-0 to the 1-0 to the Dutch. They'll sting the place up and shut the game down.
I'll look at it like I'll put it like this: the United States are like Deontay Wilder, right?
Who? Deontay Wilder.
I'm not even gonna go as
name
far
rings
as
a
to say
bell.
that. I'm not even going as far as to say that Deontay Wilder is a fucking beast. I'm not even gonna put that in US.
What sport does he
I'm
play?
sorry.
I've heard the name of it before.
Boxing. He's a boxer.
Okay. Okay.
United States champion.
No,
Right.
excuse me.
But I feel like, yeah, like with somebody like that, with an individual like that, you always, I'm not gonna say you always gotta give him respect, but I just don't feel right now United States are at a place where they warrant a
Quarterfinal
automatic like respect that they have a good chance of winning this game. Now, if they beat the Netherlands, they will then start getting that respect from me, because I thought that group that they had was pretty nice. They had the worst team in the league, in the tournament, in that group, and you had Iran.
How can you say that they're worse than Qatar though, Wales? Qatar literally had 0 points, and they have the worst goal differential of any World Cup team ever.
Because of who
Or
they
any
were,
host team, sorry.
because of who they were and where they play. If Brazil crashed out of the World Cup the same way Qatar has, I would say Brazil is the worst team because of who they have. They have, like, if you look at the wages, you're like, these guys, you know, these guys are in a union, for crying out loud. You know, these are union workers. You know, this is part of their job.
Union workers.
You know? Man, I'm telling you.
Wait, so you're trying to say that Brazil had a harder group than Qatar, therefore, if they had the same result, Brazil would be worse? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying because of who Brazil are.
Oh,
because of the kind of team.
You're talking about
results.
You're talking about result, bro. You're not talking about who they are. If they have
there's results and there's also
equally
expectations for these teams.
result. I mean,
There's results and there's.
I think that I think what I was saying earlier is that tournament football is so different than what I think that people are used to when you talk about the game. And look, anything, and I literally mean anything, can happen in tournament football. I'm not saying that, you know,
What if
USA
Australia beats Argentina?
What if Australia beats Argentina?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's
They're very disciplined, though. They're very disciplined.
South Korea
They're
beat
not that
Germany.
disciplined, bro. It's Australia.
That's what I'm saying. Like South Korea beat Germany in the last World Cup. That was major.
Exactly.
Japan, Germany this World Cup. That's major. Brazil
Germany might not make it. I'm telling you, mate.
But the World Cup before that,
Germany's
Germany smashed Brazil 7-1. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like these moments in tournaments, they're not defining moments.
Right.
And it's not saying like, oh, it could never happen to this team because of who they are. It's not
So
how
Germany have 1 point. Germany have 1 point, right?
they have 1 point right
They
now.
drew
Going
with
into the
Spain
last
1-1.
Mhm.
Right. Now they lost to Japan. They
Yes.
drew with Spain. They're playing Costa Rica.
Yeah.
It's a do or die for Germany. Germany need to get a result.
Yes.
So
they need to get a result.
Spain
and
already got 6 points, right?
Spain-
No, Spain didn't got 6. Spain got 4 because they drew.
Spain
the
have got
second game.
4. So if they win the game, they have a goal differential of +7. Spain, Germany is -1. So they need a win plus 2 goals. And they need Japan to either draw or lose by a goal.
Can Japan? No, that's the game. Can Japan beat Spain?
Possibly they did it to Germany,
Listen,
but
no.
again, they turn around and they lose to Costa
Joe,
Rica.
I think Joe looks at this. These are just one-off moments. They're not regular.
They are though, because
It's-
like
Everything in a tournament is a
You're
one-off
literally trying to
moment,
say
though.
this.
That's
This
what I'm
is all
saying,
one hit.
bro.
One hit. You're trying to say this. They're like them one-hit wonder singers. They have one hit. You don't hear from them
Yo.
again.
yo, never gonna give you like one
Rick Ashley.
man.
But that's
That's
the
alleged
point that
back
I'm
home. Leave
getting
him
at,
alone.
man. Like tournament football is it is.
What I got.
Look, I look. Is it more than likely that Spain will beat Japan? Of course it is. Is it more than likely that Germany will beat Costa Rica? Of course it is.
Yes.
So they're
On
probably
the given day, they might not take their
probably
chances.
the teams that are going to go through. However, the way that Japan played in their first game was very positive, and it was
Yes.
very impressive. And could they do it again? They could. It's
They could,
possible
because this now is do or
because
die.
it's tournament football. Because they
Wait, does
play so
Spain need
close-
to win that game?
Sorry,
Does Spain need to
Spain
win that?
does not necessarily have to win. No,
Spain need a draw. They're through.
if they if they lose,
If Spain lose, right?
if they lose,
Japan-
no one is catching
Japan
them on
wins the
goal
group.
differential.
If Spain lose, Japan wins the group.
Oh,
Japan
sorry,
will have
yeah.
6
That's
points.
That's right. They're playing Japan. I'm thinking they're playing Costa Rica. Yeah. So if they draw, they're fine. If they lose, I mean, they're probably grabbing that second spot. Honestly,
So
Unless Germany really comes in.
let's play devil's advocate. If Japan beats Spain,
Mhm.
Japan wins the group. If Costa
Which
Rica
one?
beats Germany, Costa Rica and Japan are going through. Spain and Germany are going home.
No. Spain gets Germany on goal differential. They have +7. Germany has
Okay.
-1.
Yeah,
So
but if Costa Rica beats
If
Germany,
Costa Rica beats
Japan
if Costa
and
Rica
Costa
beat,
Rica goes ahead.
do they have 3 points?
yeah, Costa Rica got
has
3
3
points.
Oh my God, they have 3 points because
That's
they
what
beat
I'm saying.
Japan.
So
Son of a
Costa Rica
bitch.
wins the game.
See,
and
this tournament shit is crazy, bro. Anything can
it
happen.
is. That's the beauty of the
Anything
game.
is possible.
So Spain's got to make sure they win that game.
Yeah,
Bro.
Spain need to win it to be sure. They can't take no
Spain's gonna win.
chances.
Bro,
Yeah.
Spain's gonna win. Hey, Spain's gonna win that game,
Oh,
All right.
yeah.
fellas.
But
It's
again,
gonna be
very, 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 very likely. You're probably 99.9% correct, but you never know.
because I've
never know.
watched Spain play.
And what did you notice from them?
I am impressed with what they're doing on the pitch, and I don't think the Japanese have something that can counter that at all.
Okay. So
Okay,
you've seen
complete
Germany play.
statement.
Can Costa Rica upset Germany?
I
'Cause
doubt it.
if Costa Rica
Rica-
beat Germany, Costa Rica going through, mate. You know that because they got 3
If-
points.
If Germany gets a head out their ass, they win that game against Costa Rica easy. Remember, they are underperforming. As long as they play to their level, they will win this game. And same
Costa
with Spain.
Rica know.
As
Costa
long as
Rica know.
Spain
Like
plays to their
if
level,
we
they
can
will
beat
win that
these
game.
guys, Costa Rica know. So in Costa Rica's mind, Costa Rica thinking, okay, Spain could beat Japan. If they beat Germany and underperforming Germany, they follow Spain and they're through. Because they already got 3 points.
Yeah, it's that mentality, though, isn't
They
it?
could
right?
beat Germany. In fact,
know-
they need a draw against Germany. Give them 4 points.
That's the thing. Like, it's a short turnaround. It's 3 games in a very short period of time.
Yeah.
So what is the mentality? Is Costa Rica saying, "Hey, boys, hey, we can do this"? Like, you know what I mean? Are they fired up? Is Germany thinking, "Holy shit, we're underperforming. This is
Germany's
bad"?
only got
It's
1
like the
point.
last World Cup.
Costa Rica had 3.
Like, you know, like what is the mentality?
So
Obviously,
it's kind of like Saudi Arabia in Mexico. So before the matches were played, Mexico only had 1 point. Saudi Arabia had 3 points. 4 points to 1 point. So it ended up 4 points and 3 points. I mean,
Saudi Arabia goes into that game thinking that they can win. I guarantee you that they go in thinking that they can win, and they play. You know, they play thinking that they can get a result. Obviously, Mexico turns it around.
No, Mexico were on fire, bro. They were on fire. Did you see that free kick? Jesus Christ!
I did. Yeah, I mean,
it was far out, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like they turned it around and they had that moment. So Germany is definitely a team that you could expect to turn it around and have that moment. Of course,
bro. They just got to play to their level, bro. There's
I'm just saying. Like,
I would like to see Costa Rica beat Germany.
Let me put it to you.
I want the best teams to be in the tournament.
Let me say it this way. Okay,
we've seen this season before. Let somebody new win this tournament.
No, I want good football. I don't just want new football. I want good football. Right? I want new.
He said he doesn't want new football. He wants.
Why can't new football be good football?
Exactly. Because I want some. I want
look, man.
North
I've
America's got CONCACAF, right?
Sorry.
North America's got CONCACAF, right?
Yes.
When was the last time you watched the CONCACAF version of the Asian continent?
Sorry?
When was the last time you watched the CONCACAF version? I don't know what the name is in Asia, right? Where they decide who goes to the World Cup. When was the last time the qualifiers. When was the last time you watched their tournament?
Every time. I watch all the qualifiers, bro.
Wait a minute, you watch fucking Iran play fucking Pakistan?
I did not that game, but I mean I watched a lot of them.
So
yeah, I was following. I was
thinking Cambodia. Come on, bro.
Yeah, if I can get them, I'll watch them. Honestly,
there are levels to this shit, man.
There are levels. Yeah, but sometimes the underdog is what everyone wants to see. Everyone wants to see. So, like I said, I would if I had a wish, I would like Costa Rica to beat Germany and qualify, and Japan to beat Spain, and both of Japan and Costa Rica go through.
Bro, does this thing you have with Germany have anything to do with the obvious elephant in the room here? Like,
you see, Germany did not leave the group last season. I want them not to leave the group this World Cup again. Back-to-back World Cups, not leaving the group. Bye. Home you go.
Look, man, I'll say this. Like, as a Panamanian in CONCACAF, we have a massive rivalry with Costa Rica. We're right next to each other, right? Costa Rica has been more successful, than
So would you support Costa Rica tomorrow?
Sorry?
Would you support Costa Rica or would you support Germany?
Hell no, I'm not going to support Costa Rica. No, look. And look,
that's cold.
Like, to what Joe's saying, like, I want good football. I think that Costa Rica can play a good style of football. They're underdeveloped. And they have a long way to go. They have a lot of stuff. But that's what
Germany are not delivering. They're messing the
exactly.
Yeah, I feel like the ceiling for good football is a lot higher for Germany than it is for Costa Rica.
Good football is good football, homie.
There are levels to
whatever happened to new football.
Good football is good football, and someone can come in with a new way of doing it.
You want Germany to win this trophy again? We are done with Germany.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Germany need to go home.
I think I'm putting. I want to say it this way, man. It's you say like, oh, these are one-offs and that. It's a tournament, bro. If someone has a massive upset, if somebody has a good game, like a weaker team has a good, solid game, technically good game, and they put it away and they win it 1-0, give them their respect.
Exactly.
Don't sweep them.
Don't be hating on them.
Just don't sweep them aside because of who they're doing. Like, they've come to this tournament.
If Japan beats Spain, kudos to Japan. If Costa Rica beat Germany, and unfortunately Germany and Costa Rica and Japan go, and those two dinosaurs and great football nations don't go, I'm sorry. It's the beautiful game, mate.
Yeah, and that's what makes it so beautiful, man.
I see what's going on. I'm over here going up against fucking I believe that we can win FC, and it's coming home FC. You guys are the limit. You gotta be
See, I'm creating an
Hold up.
easy
Let's
path
do this.
for
Let's do
England.
this.
That's
How
what
many
I'm looking
upsets? How many upsets have we had just this tournament? So Saudi Argentina is one. Okay. Japan, Germany, that's two.
Japan, Germany. Those are the only two upsets to me.
Let's
No.
see.
That was
US tying with England. I would believe that's
really,
an
Joe.
upset.
Really,
Screw it, call it one.
Joe, you're
That's
gonna
an
go
upset.
there?
No, that's an upset though.
Okay.
Joe, are you gonna go there?
Let's see.
I'm not going anywhere. We're just calling it like
Whatever.
I beg. Can we not be honest on this channel?
Whatever.
Morocco, Belgium. Did anybody see that one coming?
No, that's an upset. That's an upset.
Yeah, that's definitely an upset.
And let's see, Croatia, Canada,
Tunisia, France. That's an upset.
That's
Stop
an upset.
it, man. Stop it.
That is an
bro.
upset, bro. That is an upset. We're calling.
I'm gonna call it an upset.
It is a massive upset. That is a
Listen.
not a massive
look at this.
upset.
In
It's not a massive upset if whether you
They
win or lost the game
are going home,
he was gonna be
but they
eliminated.
beat the world champions, mate.
Bro, this guy, yeah,
They
you
beat
gotta-
the world champions.
and you
That
gotta-
is
you
all
gotta-
you need to know.
you
Whether
gotta-
it was
you-
under 16s who turned up, they beat the world champions.
okay, so look at
Okay.
this. In
Here's
40
your
games,
trophy.
in
Here's your
40
trophy,
games,
Tim.
you have had 5 major upsets. That's a high number, dude.
It is a high number, man.
It is a high number. You've had 5 major upsets just in the group stage. I mean, these are not one-off moments. These are tournament moments. These are moments that can only happen in a tournament style.
There you go.
And man, this is it's awesome to see. It's what we love.
The
It's
game is 2-2. Costa Rica and Germany 2-2. Last minute corner kick. Costa Rica get a corner kick and it's 3-2. Goodbye, good night, Germany. It's goodbye, over.
Beautiful game.
Yeah, that's the beauty of the game. Just same thing.
You know what? I will say I would like to see Costa Rica move on. I know it seems like I'm flip flopping. I would like when teams of a certain stature are not showing up to these tournaments and performing like they should. I am totally fine with them getting eliminated when they are not performing to their level. The United
Italy
States
didn't even make the World Cup after winning Euros. How stupid is that?
That's true. That's crazy. But and that's the thing. My feeling is right. They deserve to not go to the tournament because I didn't want to watch Italy stink it up. I would rather see, I guess, Wales stink it up than Italy stink it up.
I mean, Germany played rather well in the Euros, didn't they?
Yeah, they didn't go far. They go to the quarterfinals. They go to the semis.
They got to the semis, didn't they?
They got semis against England.
I mean,
and
then to come into the World Cup and then play this.
I feel like this manager is going to be the second one to get sacked.
Who, Germany coach?
Yeah.
The previous coach took them to 2 World Cups, I think, or the 3 World Cups he took them to. The other guy with the black hair, I forgot his name.
Oh, the fucking dick sniffer?
That was just nasty, mate.
Is he still the coach? He might be.
That guy was just nasty.
Yo, that's crazy.
If
it is wild. Like he sells products like in Germany. Like you go to like a CVS, and he's like his face is like for like deodorant. So random. Like I've never seen anybody sell it. Like I've never seen a coach sell products.
Don't judge Mance for getting his paper, man. He's trying to make a living out here.
I know, right?
It's just that it's weird. I've never seen that. Like a manager.
So
I've never seen that shit in, like.
So I'm gonna ask your predictions now. This is it.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
England, Senegal, Louis.
I was just about to ask a question. If England loses this game, is Southgate he fired?
100%. The media will be on him. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
How far does he have to make it until he's not fired? Semifinals, finals, quarterfinals.
No. If he gets, it's not even so much as how far. It's the style of play. If he gets beaten by Senegal, he's going home, and he will be fired.
So if he goes to the quarterfinals,
the press will destroy every single player album.
Hey, bro, I tell you what, right now, if he goes to the final with this Jose ball he's playing, they're gonna re-sign him for another 5
England
years.
Brazil final.
England Brazil final. He's if he goes to the final, and England doesn't get absolutely embarrassed or slapped, they're gonna sign him for 20 fucking years, bro. Because that's the thing. That's the thing. There's so many parallels between Southgate and Ole. because whenever again he has
Because
this
we both
amazing
rate Harry
ability.
Maguire.
Just when he gets to the brink of getting sacked, either the
Gets a
team
result.
gets a result for him, or he gets like he's just enough, but he's not gonna get you a trophy. But I am telling you that Garrett Southgate is never gonna get you a trophy. The way with the vigor that Bems was saying that Ole wasn't gonna get us the title, the league title.
Yeah.
It's just it is what it is, man. I mean, for the sake of the tournament, I say anything can happen, Tim. It can always come home.
Now anything can happen.
You know, anything can happen. This is, we could be in the mighty duck settings, Anything's possible, you know?
So, England, Senegal. Louis.
2-1 England. I
Joe?
kind of think they're going to go through, but we'll see.
Joe.
3-1. 3-1 England.
France, Poland.
Poland have not been playing that great. I'm going to say.
No, they ain't.
I'm going to say.
I'm going to say 4-1.
I'm going to say 3-0 to France.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably 3-0. Yeah. Yeah,
Argentina,
defense, midfield, just they can't compete.
Argentina, Australia.
Argentina need this one because they need a high scoring game. They need to smack Australia like 3-0, 4-1, something like that.
Bro, Argentina's
we'll say 3-0 just so I have a score on there.
Argentina will be the Kangaroos, Socceroos.
Socceroos, get it right, man.
Socceroos, my bad. 4-1.
You can't see an upset there?
No.
I don't expect it.
No, lightning doesn't strike twice.
But it's
USA, Netherlands. Louis.
1-0 to the Yanks.
Hey, Joe.
Calling it now. It might be 2-1 to the Yanks, but it's going to be a 1-goal game either way. If Netherlands win, USA win, it's going to be 1 goal. It's going to be 1 goal difference.
It's going to be 2-0 Netherlands.
Here we go. Just because I said it's going to be 1 goal difference.
Who came second in France's group? No, Tunisia. Tunisia won.
Australia.
No.
Okay, Australia. Okay. So those are the only games that are so far decided.
Yep.
Okay. We'll get some more by tomorrow. I actually felt sorry for some. One of my Mexican friends, he called and said to him, "I'm going home. I'm leaving work early today. I'm going home. I'm just going home." Why are you laughing, Louis? That's not nice.
Because, man, El Tri deserved it. They deserve what they sow. Every handball that was not a handball, every time Guardado dove in a box in Kingston Town, every single time. Man, they deserve it, man. And Guardado.
So you must have been celebrating when they got knocked out. Because
when Mexico got knocked out, I was jumping up and down.
Because even if they hadn't considered go against Saudi Arabia, they wouldn't have gone through because of the yellow cards were less.
If the results held it the way that they did, they wouldn't have gone through anyway. They needed a third goal and they couldn't find it, and they played bad in their first 2 games. So they got with them.
I saw that goal, the first goal Argentina scored against Mexico. That keeper, that ball was Messi took. It was far out. Keeper should have done better, man. Come on.
Ochoa shines in tournaments.
Ochoa's name. I will not be witness to you slandering the great name of Ochoa.
I will say this, man.
Oh, he was absolutely shambolic.
I will say this. With all the Mexican players that I've gone through in my entire lifetime, Ochoa definitely has my ultimate respect as far as Mexican players go, because I don't give many of them any respect at all for anything.
He's the only other than the current number 1 and number 2 at the Premier League. He's the only other goalkeeper that I wish that we went after.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. That's the thing, though. He does great for Mexico, and he does great in tournaments. His club record is not great.
Club record shit, yeah.
His club record is not great, and I don't know what mentality that is. Maybe he's just like so honored to play for Mexico and just loves playing for Mexico, which is fair. But yeah, he doesn't have the greatest club record. But I mean, I have massive
Might have a
respect
better
for
back
him
line.
as a person, honestly, because like, some of the things I've seen him do, some of the sportsmanship moments that he's had over the last few years when his team does do the things that they do, I have massive respect for Ochoa. Definitely.
Right. So
Yeah.
I think you guys have dropped your predictions. The only predictions you guys differ was USA and Netherlands.
Yeah.
Louis says 1-0 USA.
I
Joe
believe.
says 2-0 Netherlands.
I believe, man.
How about all the results? He said no surprise. Both of you agree. No surprise against Argentina and Australia. No surprise against England and Senegal. No surprises against France and Poland.
Yep.
Right. Any questions, anybody?
Joe, I'm
Mind you guys,
gonna
I would
sorry,
like
I'm
for
gonna
the
leave
US
you
to
with
win.
one more. I'm gonna leave
You
you
want,
with
you want US to win, but you don't
Uh,
think they're gonna win, right?
I don't think they're gonna win.
I'm
I
gonna
would
leave
like
you
for them to
with one more Ted Lasso quote, which is and he's quoting a writer. I can't even remember who. I think it was Walt Whitman. He said, "Be curious, not judgmental." And I'm gonna leave you with that one, man. Be curious of those underdog teams. Don't judge them, my man.
So, Australia,
Angels in the
the
outfield.
Socceroos might play. The Socceroos might have
Angels in
two
the
banks.
outfield?
The Socceroos might have 2 banks of 4. Struggling, just like Saudi Arabia. 1 corner kick, Socceroos strike out, boom. Goodbye and good night, Argentina. It can happen, mate.
Also,
It can
awesome.
happen.
What is Tim? What's your predictions for the England game for Senegal?
2-1 England.
2-1.
2-1.
Fair. I think it's fair.
I think Senegal can beat England, but I just think when it comes to these kind of games, I just find these teams like Senegal, they're not disciplined enough. They'll be leading and not know the game management. Their game management is not good enough. It's not good to that level.
Fair.
They'll lead 1-0 and then be saying to they're going to see 2 quick goals and the game be over. They won't take. They're not clinical in front of goal. They won't take their chances, especially a team like England, whereby. But you know, football's a funny game. I think England will win. They'll give England a hard game, but I just feel if Senegal gonna beat England, they have to have everything going Senegal's way. Whether England will not be able to score, missing chances, the referee decisions are all. It will take a lot.
It would take a lot. It would take a lot because then Senegal would have to withstand Gareth Southgate just throwing stars at the game.
Yeah,
you know, if whatever's not working out, Grealish, Rashford, Foden, just start throwing.
And the discipline of conceding free kicks is very common.
I will say this, man. I am a little bit disappointed in how Grealish has found his way into the team, man. I expected so much more of him, and I feel like not being a starter, I feel like is the right call. I just feel like.
But when he came on against USA, he was the one who brought the spark. Up to that point, there was no England didn't look like they're going to score.
No, and again, I think he's good. I think he's good in those moments. I think he's good coming off the bench. You know what I mean? I don't think he's a 90-minute player for you guys yet, and it's unfortunate because I really like him. I really rate him,
and I wanted him from
Villa. I wanted him to come to United.
It's weird because he's not even a 90-minute player at City. But
I know, right?
Yeah, he's not. He's not.
He's here and there, right? But I heard somebody say this on TalkSport. Very interesting way of looking at Southgate and the way certain players are not performing the way they do in their clubs. And the person made a very interesting point was that a lot of these guys that are in the England team, they play for managers that approach games to win.
Right.
Where Southgate approached games to not lose.
Right. Ole factor.
Ole settings all the way, bro. That's why England is not.
Someone called. I think who was on the channel said this. Ole Southgate.
We're kicking ourselves, man. Yes or no? When y'all have like shit squads or like world squads or squads that only has one solid 11. You guys are going to be looking back at this roster and be like, are you fucking kidding me, man? How is it that we didn't just just take over the world with this squad? Yes, there are discrepancies in the back line. It's not the greatest back line in the world, you know, but I just feel like that's almost one of the reasons why I'm just so pessimistic about the British, is just because time and time I've seen it all before.
Yeah.
Seen it all before.
Yeah, man.
Hey man, if I'm head of English FA, I'm looking at Pep, dude. That's a possibility for you guys.
I think they, because they did the foreign manager thing and it didn't work out, so they kind of want to do more like.
I mean, yeah, from a marketing standpoint, I get it, but come on, the English love Pep. They do.
I love how England is like, yo, we're gonna try English managers for like 100 years.
Yeah, right.
I think the next England manager should be the guy currently managing Newcastle. I think he's a good manager for the future.
What's his name?
Yeah, he's a good. Wait, isn't he Scottish?
No, he's English.
No,
he's English. Yeah.
He's English. Okay,
Yeah.
All right. I was listening to his podcast the other day. Maybe I just thought he was Scottish.
I think he's. I think
not his podcast, but he was on a podcast.
I think he would be a great manager in the next. If Southgate get beaten on, if we get beaten on Saturday, Southgate goodbye, good night. He's done.
He's a good one, but do you want to leave Newcastle when they just got the owners that they got?
No, not yet. He won't. He won't take the job.
Right? You want to stick in there for a couple. You want to
They're gonna get rid of him anyway. It doesn't matter. They're gonna get rid of him anyway.
Maybe, but honestly, he's building something good over there.
He is,
bro.
He is,
bro.
Yeah.
They already have the contract signed for whoever's gonna eventually take over. They're gonna get rid of him. It might be Pep.
No, he wants to go to international football.
He wants to go to international football. He wants to retire.
Oh, he's gonna try to manage Spain?
Oh God.
Possibly.
Very possible. Can you imagine this Spanish team with these young guys?
Dude, the Spanish team
they'll do well under Pep.
They're good,
man. Well under Pep.
Bro.
Under Pep, they could be deadly. They could be absolutely deadly.
Yeah, it was boys versus men, bro, against Costa Rica. Like I was watching that game.
So how come they couldn't beat Germany?
Who, Spain?
Yeah, they couldn't beat them.
And this is a poor German side, mate.
Obviously,
this is an underperforming team, as you put it.
They are an underperforming team, but obviously, Germany is a much more structured and solid team than Costa Rica. That's why I don't think Costa Rica is going to do anything special.
You'll be surprised. Costa Rica beat Germany 2-1.
Well, I don't understand. Like this is weird. Like you guys, like this is like the whole. This is like the WhatsApp group where you guys are like, oh, this team beats this team, so that means this team can win the Champions League. Like,
Champions League and Champions League is
the quicker the big boys are knocked out, the easier path for England through. That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah. It's the games in a short period of time. That's what changes it. That's what makes it so dynamic.
So, Joe, now you see my reasoning.
Where is your
I don't care. I don't mind if all the teams that qualified, Tunisia, Morocco, Costa Rica, Australia, and England in that mix, and Germany, Italy, and all them are all knocked out. It just makes life a bit easy. That's all.
Wait a minute, Tim. Let me ask you a question. Would you be okay with England winning the World Cup if all like the top 10 teams were already gone by then? You would just left with
100%, mate.
It's the World Cup, bro. It's still the World Cup. There's no asterisk on your World Cup title that says, "Oh, but you didn't."
It says asterisk. World Cup winner, engraved, 2022. England doesn't say who did they beat. It don't care if they met.
Nobody remembers the losers, bro.
The people.
Nobody remembers the losers. Doesn't matter who they are. Nobody remembers the losers.
People gonna remember. People gonna remember.
Yeah, they're gonna say that tournament that there were a lot of shocks and England were able to maneuver their way. That's what they're gonna remember. But I could see an England-Brazil final.
Possibly, but I think
Joe, why are you laughing?
You can already play. You can already hear it playing in his head right now, bro.
I can see England-Brazil final, 2-2, and a corner kick, and Rafa gets the winning goal. 2 minutes to go, 3-2, and it's coming home. It's literally coming home, mate.
My man's got the replica, like life size too.
Yeah,
you got the life size.
Heavy. It's like, huge. It's heavy.
We have one at the office, but it's not as detailed as his. Ours is clearly very plastic.
Yeah,
this would be for this to come home. Shoot.
Yeah. Is that South Africa or is that South Sudan?
South Africa. South Africa.
Oh, South Africa. Okay. I thought you got the bootleg joint.
No, it would be nice if it'd be nice. Like I said, if England meet Australia in the final, I'm happy with that, mate. I don't care. Yo,
Shameless.
you think I'd rather play Brazil and get beat than play Australia and win?
But wouldn't you rather play Brazil and
No.
beat Brazil?
No.
Oh,
You think I want to be taught a football lesson in front of the whole world? No, thank you, sir.
But what? So you don't think England can beat Brazil in the final?
Hell no.
It would be difficult. It would be quite difficult.
It
could be.
But look, that's an honest answer. It would be difficult. Is it possible? Technically, still, yeah, it's
It can
possible because
You'll be surprised, right? You will be surprised that on that. If you remember, 1998 World Cup, everybody expected Brazil to beat the host France. France destroyed Brazil 3-0. I mean, Ronaldo was sick on the money of it. I get it, but then when I read Michel Platini's memoirs, he said they rigged it that France as hosts were not going to meet Brazil to the finals. They made sure they were apart. I said, these guys are crooks. They rigged it from the beginning.
They're all crooks. It's the whole damn point, man.
He said because he knew
been in Qatar in the first damn place.
That Brazilian team was so good, he didn't want to meet them before the final. And you saw the result.
Bro, you telling me the England's back four are going to be able to withstand Anthony, Neymar, Jesus, Richarlison, Vinicius Jr.
It's just going to be two bags of football.
Rodrigo.
It just sit deep.
Yeah,
it's not going to be pretty football. We want to have 30% possession,
which should not be mentioned.
It's just going to be 30% possession. We're going to have to hit them on the break. That's what you guys.
How many goals have Brazil scored so far? 3, 2 against Serbia, 1 against Switzerland.
Yeah, they're not scoring a lot.
They're not shredding people open.
Yeah.
But I will say that Casemiro's goal was freaking sweet.
That was sweet.
Who do they got next? Who's their third game? Cameroon.
They're already qualified.
Wait, you said they're not
they'll win.
People?
They're gonna win, but I don't see them tearing Cameroon apart either. Honestly, I don't see that being more than 2 goal difference.
Cameroon and Serbia was a very good game. That was a funny game.
And again, Cameroon's they're just a physical team. You know,
they're physical.
Technically,
they scored first.
Lose, but I mean, they could at least tire out the Brazilians a bit. You know,
they
don't think they score a lot of goals.
They scored first against Serbia. I was looking at the game. I went to the restroom. This was the 44th minute in the first half. 1-1. I said, okay. I'll turn around. 2-1. Like, what the hell? How you can see 2 goals in 2 minutes before the first half ends? I mean, are you just that stupid? But this is just that. This is what I'm saying. The game management is so lacking.
Yeah.
Then
who did Serbia tie 3-3 with? That was a crazy game.
Cameroon. That was
Cameroon.
the game.
Yeah, that was Cameroon.
Yeah.
That was a crazy game.
At 2-1.
Cameroon had to come back for it.
So 2-1, I thought, okay, they're gonna have. I mean, psychologically, to concede 2 goals before the end of the half, that would damage any team. Then they go back in the second half and concede a third. I thought these guys ain't serious. Then they bring on the top scorer, one guy called Vicent Abubakar. He comes on. He does his beautiful chip, which VAR said was a goal. Then 3 minutes later, he bulldozes his way to the Serbian box, laser pass, 3-3. It's that game they lost to Switzerland that finished them off. They had 7 chances in front of the goal, could not finish. Switzerland had 1 chance.
Good player. Who else do they got?
They don't have a lot of stars.
That's probably their biggest name is promoting.
That's the main man, and he came off the bench.
He did come off the bench.
So Serbia have got 1 point.
No, he started that game. That game he started.
Okay. He scored
against Serbia.
Too.
Then you have
he did score once. Yep.
He had the third goal. He scored the third goal.
Right, gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure once again. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We're on Spotify. Joe is in charge of our Spotify. He runs the Spotify side of the channel. So, Joe,
didn't even know we were on Spotify. I love it.
So I want to be driving and put Spotify like, yeah, that was a good pod with Louis and Joe. See what I mean? So hint,
I love that.
hint. But no. So I'm looking forward to games tomorrow. The games tomorrow that's the Spain-Germany group tomorrow, isn't it?
Yes,
Ooh.
should be some really good games tomorrow. Actually, you got
Costa Rica and
Costa Rica, Germany,
Japan.
Japan
Canada,
versus Spain.
Morocco, Croatia, Belgium is going to be a really good game. I
There
think.
is no way Morocco is not going to defeat Canada.
No, definitely not.
So
Costa
Morocco
Rica,
qualify with 6 points.
Hey,
They beat
hey,
Canada.
I'll bet you a Red Bull on that.
That what?
That Canada beats Morocco.
All right, Red Bull.
Red Bull.
interesting. Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay.
Ghana, Uruguay on Friday. That's going to be
Oh,
fun.
that's a do or die.
That's going to be fun.
Okay. I'm gonna blank out for that one.
You're going to blank out for that one?
You guys can talk.
Look, man, I am pulling for Ghana. Let me say that because I hate
Me too.
Uruguay.
I can't stand Uruguay. I
But
cannot stand them.
that's going to be a tough one, though. It's going to be
a tough one.
that's going to be a closely contested game. I think.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it's going to be a lot of goals too. I think
just hope Ghana get this.
goals.
I just hope Ghana win and get the 6 points and call it a day and move on to the next knockout
Cameroon,
stage.
Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland also on Friday, and South Korea, Portugal.
Serbia, Switzerland. I think Switzerland will win. Switzerland are that team that, I mean, Brazil. It took Brazil a long time to break Switzerland down. You know, it took Brazil a lot to break that Swiss team down.
It took them a long time.
Yeah,
Switzerland are
and
sitting
something special
with 3 points. Cameroon, Serbia, both with 1 point. So, yeah, do or die, right? If they lose, that's bad for them. So they really need to win that one.
Right.
Or they could technically get away with a draw because it's hard to say that Cameroon would beat Brazil, but again,
it's true. But because Brazil already qualified, they might bring out the B team. Fred might start.
Right. That's
Have
very
you seen
true.
their B team?
Their B team's pretty sick.
Their B team is like an A team.
Yeah, their B team is deep, but we'll see what happens in the next few days.
We'll see. Right, gentlemen. Louis, thank you for joining us. I really appreciate your time. And Joe, thank you for joining us. It's been a great time. Had fun. Tomorrow, we'll either be back tomorrow or we'll be back on Friday when literally all the games have been completed. Then we're going into knockout starting on Saturday. All right? Guys, thank you very much. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Yes, Joe.
Real quick, just want to take a second for a moment of silence for our man, Mr. Tata, formerly known as the manager for the Mexico national team.
Oh,
he has been shown the exit. So let's give it a moment of silence.
Oh, that's official now?
It's official. Like
Mr. Tata,
fired? He's gone.
They didn't even let him get. They didn't let him get on the plane to come home.
Silence from me. I will tell you that right now,
bro.
I will.
Let this motherfucker get on the
one
plane.
last question for everybody: is football coming home?
Is home Brazil?
Joe,
is football coming home?
You know, there's a. You know what? I want to be reckless right now, but I'm not gonna say anything.
Wait, didn't it already come home? Didn't your women just win the Euros?
Yes.
There you go, bro. It's already home.
One trophy, but we want it for the man.
Oh, why? That's more important all of a sudden.
No. It's just more recognition.
It's more recognition. Damn well, Tim is a typical British man, and he does not count anything done by those women over there. Right? He only counts. The only thing that counts, the only trophy that counts, is one he got from the men. Tim,
since 1966, it's been a long time, mate. A long time. We've never been to a final since '66. Closest is semis. We've never been to a final again.
In 1966, my grandfather graduated from college after coming back from Vietnam.
See what I mean? That's the last time England won the World Cup. First and only time.
You're gonna take a few more of those if you keep hiring motherfuckers like Garrett Southgate.
That's right. Y'all really need to consider calling Pep, man. Like, just break tradition. Call Pep.
This might be the year. This might be the year.
These other teams move. When teams that have expectations, if they're not playing a certain way, the fans get on them. Like
you should have seen the USA England game. We were just like, what the hell's going on? It was terrible.
Yeah.
Yep. So see you guys on Friday.
Yeah,
we'll have the full draw. Right.
We'll see you guys.
Take care. See you soon. We'll be watching the Costa Rica and Japan. Maybe that might be the surprise of the tournament, Joe. We'll just see.
Could be.
All right, mate. Take care.
Maybe
Bye.
having Ghana go into the next round could be a
Yeah, I want
surprise
Ghana to go to the next round. I
I
want
do.
them
I
to go.
definitely want Ghana to go.
I
Ghana's
want
gonna
Ghana
go.
to go.
We're
They got
calling
to
it.
go.
Ghana goes. All right,
All
boys.
right. Take care. Bye.